Segueing into the business news now with Charles Pellegrin. Charles, you are focusing on a French startup today.
That's right. This year's winner of the Ivy Tech Prize, which rewards France's Young Tech Entrepreneur of the Year, is Marius Hamelot. He's the CEO and co-founder of Pavé, a company which transforms plastic waste into sustainable construction material. The company was created in 2019, now has 2 production sites in France and counts 36 employees. It's raised over 10 million euros in funding. Marius Hamelot joins us on set now. Thanks for being with us, Marius.
Thanks a lot.
Let's begin with your actual process. You use plastic waste to create these new, quote unquote, durable materials. So how do you do it, and what makes these new upcycled materials so sustainable or durable?
So at Le Pavé, we are an industrial startup which is specialized into the transformation of waste into panels. And in order to make that, we developed a really specific industrial knowledge that we pattern. It's thermocompression. And so basically, we collect trash everywhere in France and in Europe. We collect some different kind of trash, like from fridge, but also ceramic trash that we compress, that we heat and cool down in order to transform it into panels without adding any resin. And that's the main challenge, being able to transform 100% waste into sustainable product that has the same properties, technical properties, as the standard materials. And that's what we are doing at Le Pavé.
And where have your materials been used in real life?
At the moment, we have been developing the technology for 7 years, but meanwhile we were developing the technology, we already managed to do some projects. We already did some like 2,300 projects, so we are used everywhere in Europe. And at the moment, we also have been involved in the Olympic Games, the previous one, in order to provide more than 10,000 seats for the Olympic pool. And we already recycled more than 1,000 tons of plastic. And we are at the specific moment, a turning point, because from the 6 months, we have now the capacity of transforming 2,000 tons of plastic waste every year.
You mentioned plastic, and we see the pictures of all these plastic waste being cut into small pieces, which leads to a question that a lot of people have when they see this. What's the consequence in terms of microplastics? How do you deal with that issue?
Yeah, the way that we deal with microplastic is that we are developing massive material. It's not like recycling waste, plastic waste for the clothing and stuff. We are doing like plastic panels that are massive and that are not used as a specific way that would produce microplastic waste.
Okay. Your processes also offer an opportunity to reduce carbon emissions. How so, and to what extent?
Yeah, so at the moment we managed to divide the carbon emission by 10 regarding the material that we are replacing. And that is enabled thanks to the fact that we are using mainly waste, like 100% waste without adding any resin, but also the fact that our industrial process is a really low energy consumer. Like we design this process so that it does not have to be too high in temperature, and it does not consume any type of gas energy or fuel energy. It's only electric energy, and that's makes our material really sustainable and with really low needs in electric.
You've really put forward in your materials you offer to the press and your clients the aesthetic value of your materials, using all the different colors that are found in plastic. Tell us more about that aspect of your business.
Yeah, we believe that the issue with plastic is not only the material, but it's mainly the fact that we don't manage to create value out of the trash. So at Le Pavé, we are working on 2 things, like being able to provide technical material that has a really good performance regarding the resistancy, but also an aesthetical value that enable our client to use our material as they would have done for the regular material. So we are playing with the aesthetic, and that's allowed us to go further regarding our environmental impact, because we are not only saving CO2, but we are also trying to explain what we are doing with our company, being able to collect trash locally, to transform it without any resin, and being able also to tell this story with beautiful materials.
You're a young tech entrepreneur in France. You've gone through this adventure of starting this company. The big sort of issue of the day is how to operate in France currently amidst so much political instability over the past year. How has that impacted you?
I mean, it impacts us. I think it impacts the whole economy. But for our field, we are like in the trash industry, in the building industry. It's two industries that are long-term industries. So the small change, like regarding the short term, does not impact us that much. Like because we are focused on the long term and trying to develop something that could hold for decades.
Marius Hamelot, you are the CEO and co-founder of Le Pavé and the winner of this year's Ivy Tech Prize for the French Young Tech Entrepreneur of the Year. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thanks a lot.
And back to you, Karis.
Thank you, Charles, and thank you, Marius. Congratulations again. Thank you to you for watching. We're going to be back after this short break.